But it's also, thanks to DJ, because, without him, I wouldn't be teaching.
No. And I could imagine that your own trading becomes way better from teaching, or I don't know.
I mean, like when I started teaching, it was mainly like me talking out loud my own ideas that helped me, and it's something that I preach, that Punk is preaching, Eric, even DJ now. Like, you should be always speaking out loud your ideas, because then it solidifies it for you,
Yeah, it makes totally sense. I haven't tried it yet. I've read you guys mention it several of times.
Yeah.
I have a feeling it's an extremely difficult habit to get into, and probably also feel slow in the beginning because you speak slower than you think. But then again, you probably
with time you will get
more correct than you think, right? Or
yeah, I mean it's the same like even with when I give you like if then scenarios before every session, every training session. Like it builds the habit of anticipation in you, because you need to train that. It's not something that like you need to anticipate the move, but anticipation would come with experience, and that experience needs to be built.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Okay. So how do we do it best now?
I do have a few questions in here, that you sent in. I don't know if you have more of them. Maybe during the session something will come to your mind. We'll go one by one. Any question you can just stop me and yeah.
Definitely. And and let me know if there's any way that it could be done so you can also use it for YouTube content. I don't know how, that probably wouldn't work, but just let me know if you want to put it on YouTube. Yeah.
I mean, if you're okay with it, maybe I will.
Yeah. I definitely am, but it's also if like you wanted a sequence where I don't ask questions, then you
good.
But I'll just keep it in mind that you can put everything on YouTube, and you can just let me know if like let's do a sequence where you don't ask questions or I don't.
All good. You can stop any time. I don't necessarily care about it. All right. So the first thing, is the current model I'm focusing on good for me, / do I understand it correctly and spot A+ entries with it? It's more a current model good for you. Well, this is more something that you need to find the answer for. Like, does it make sense for you? Do you know why you're trading, why you're taking the trade? Do you have sort of a journal,
Yes. Well, I mean, I know. I think I know when I'm spotting the model, but I'm in doubt if it works for me to focus this or have this very narrow focus on just one model that I kind of just chose because that was the one DJ was talking about on the given day, because I felt like I was hopping between models, or I had a lot of models, and it's when you're not that experienced, I had a feel that it's not favorable cognitively to have a lot of models to watch during a live trading session. Yeah. So I was thinking, okay, now I'm just going to choose one, and I just picked the one that DJ was talking about on the day. Yeah. But now I've been trading strictly that model for about a month, and I'm just in doubt if it's the right model for me, and do I actually spot the correct setups?
I understand. Yeah, I mean, like from your entries that you took, or even like, posted in a small group or even the journal group, it seems to me that you are not necessarily like waiting for confirmation, you are just more anticipating the move.
Yeah.
Sometimes you don't necessarily know how time frame draw.
Yeah.
So maybe, try to try to, how to say it, try to focus on spotting high time frame draw, and then try to find setup that will follow the high time frame draw. Meaning, even I was going over with your trade that you posted Friday, I believe. Yeah, you had one entry here, 36 candle. Yeah, this was your first trade, which in some sort of way I understand, because like once this candle closed, internal soup, you know, in theory, like retest of the CISD, in the same time the speed of those candles reminds manipulation, also hard time frame, which has rebalanced the range into the hard time frame order flow. But this trade I was able to understand, you know, like if you missed that we just rebalance it, I understand why you took it. But then it was a little harder for me to understand why you took, for example, and I don't want to be wrong, but I believe you took something in here.
Yeah, I can just, no, I don't know if I can go over there. But yeah, it was probably, I can just check. Where's the journal? Here. So it would be
26 candle, I believe.
No, I think it's more like 30s. No, yeah, you're right. Yes.
On the right, yeah, this one.
Back to. Oh, I only have one screen, so it's a little.
No, good. But yeah, I believe it's 26 candle, since, you know, it's the last soup, expansion lower, but again, there is no confirmation for that.
Yes, yes. My thought process during the trade was that there was a CSID on the top, and then the candle like retraced to discount of the smaller range. So the rules I'm working with is I see CSID, or I don't know if I'm seeing the correct CSIDs, but a CSID, and then on a range that's lower than that, if the price comes into discount and then makes an internal TS, then it's the entry signal.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if those rules are good to work with, but that's the rule.
It's good rules. It's just you need to align that with the hard time frame draw.
Yeah, and yeah, yes.
Because now, like, your entry was basically in the best spot for both directions.
Yeah.
Because even looking on the left, like, what just happened? We, you know, took liquidity right here. We push higher. And I don't think we did not even manipulate this high. Meaning, if we want to go lower, we need to take this high again. That brings you thought like, okay, like since this high should be taken again, and we are going lower, this could be the rebalance of it. And then looking at 10 a.m., we were not able to pass 10 a.m. with any given candle. All of them just closed above 10 a.m. opening price.
Yeah. The 10 a.m. opening price, I'm really bad at noticing that. It's like, I don't know.
If you want, ICT custom opens. It's
Yeah, but I actually have it on. I have it with a line. It's like I just don't. It's like I don't see the line. It's even red on my charts.
But you can change it if you want to. You know.
Yeah.
It's not hard to change them.
Yeah, yes, I just, it's like, yeah, I know, I just, for some reason, have a hard time factoring it in the above and below 10 a.m.
No,
I think it's also
not,
because oh, sorry, Pitbull.
No, it's not necessarily, it's just, you know, another way how to understand the direction of the trade, or understand which way are we going to. And if you even don't use 10 a.m., you should for sure use ranges and the equilibrium of the ranges.
Yeah.
And you can see like basically 10 a.m. is aligned perfectly with the EQ of the current range.
Yes, you're right about that. But true. Yeah, so that should actually be, so that would actually be an argue to go long for that range and not short for the smaller range.
Yeah. exactly.
Yeah, and that's probably also a problem in the rules that I define, because I'm using the last smallest range to entry, not really looking at is it in another range also.
You for sure should be looking for the bigger range first, then try to align lower range.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. I think I tried to like narrow it down because I was also feeling there's so many ranges to take into consideration and higher time frames. So it's easy to, or for me, I felt I got stuck in analysis paralysis.
Yeah.
So it's also like determining how many confluences to factor in order to actually be able to make an entry. And that's also why this model might not be good for me, because it has it needs too many confluences. It's not working with the very specific rules I set up for it, and maybe I should choose another setup. I don't know.
Well, I mean, you practically like trading the same thing that as I am. I'm just waiting for the confirmation of things. Maybe just try to wait for CISD confirmation or audible confirmation, you know. And I would say to you, just try to incorporate the 50-minute chart to your trading, not necessarily in terms of where is the draw or liquidity, where are we going? Because even like looking at this chart, let's say we are right here. I can also delete all this, so 8:45, 9. Okay, so what does this candle tell you about the price? What should we see next?
Continuation.
Yes. Because?
Because it closes outside the range of the prior candle, and if we want to go lower, it needs to be souped first.
Exactly. Awesome. Yeah, so once we close above, we need to soup or manipulate this high for us to go lower. Since the next candle just opened low without manipulating, it's possible that there is some sort of SMT, right? If there is, like this high don't need to get swept again. But if there is not SMT, this move lower will be just the rebalance of the prior range. Meaning, where is the nearest soup? It's here. Meaning, from this low to this high, we are going to rebalance the range. How far can we go? Well, looking on the left, the liquidity is hiding below this candle, but since this candle souped below it, or closed below it, now for us to go higher, we need to take this candle. So then, looking on the left, there is this order block, right? So this is also the place where I can expect price to reach to.
Yes.
Meaning now for our long entry, we need to see this candle low to be manipulated, which happened in this candle. And we probably want to see some PD array to be aligned with it, meaning this order block. And once it's all aligned, now I can see and go to lower time frame to spot my entry to where? To the high of the range.
Yeah, okay, so that's actually a good point. Like, where could price be rejected? I haven't thought about that before.
Yeah. So then it's only about looking, like, try to wait for confirmation on bigger time frame, and then try to find your entry on lower time frame. Like, even here, I wouldn't be afraid to enter right here, put your stop at the low, and just go, target the high. But if you want to wait, 45 candle is opening. So for us, what we want to see is basically candle opening low.
Yeah, open low, yeah.
So we need to see open, low into the PD array, then CISD over that prior 50-minute candle range, and then closure.
Yeah, and that's in the G Truth video. That's what they call the true CSID, I believe, right?
Yeah, basically true CISD is when time is aligned with it. Basically every candle opening or every 50-minute candle range. Like once we pass that candle opening, it's CISD. Yeah. Meaning even here, like 50-minute candle is opening lower into the order block on the left, which, there's the first requirement for us. Then again, the same thing that I told you about 50-minute chart, this candle closed below the prior candle range, meaning this candle range needs to be manipulated. And it happened right here, with also having SMT down there.
But if we didn't have the SMT, then the black momentum candle to the right or to the left also would need to be yes, exactly, right?
Not really, because on a higher time frame, what it did, it souped. On a higher time frame, it souped. This candle does not require to be manipulated again, because this move lower was the manipulation on a higher time frame.
Okay, so it doesn't matter that it hasn't been souped on a lower time frame than 15 minutes.
Yeah, because it already did the job on a higher time frame, and also again, like there is ES took this low, meaning the NQ don't need to take it again.
Yeah. But if the SMT wasn't there, I was thinking, okay, so so does
if there wouldn't be any SMT, still this candle basically this move lower is this wick of this candle, and the candle closed back inside the previous candle range, meaning now we should target the range high.
Okay, and so what if the same situation was on the 15-minute and 1 hour time frame, like the 15-minute?
You can use it. It's all fractal.
Okay, so the 15-minute wouldn't need to be souped if it was a close inside the 1 hour.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, since it's all fractal, all the things that I'm saying you right now, or telling you, you can all use it on different time frames. It's all fractal.
Okay, that makes sense. So what do you do? Do you look at the 15-minute all the time, like the higher time frame, or how do you keep like the higher time frame into perspective?
Me going into the day, I'm looking for, first I'm looking for 4-hourly chart. Because 4-hourly chart will tell you where we should go. Meaning, I'm looking strictly to 2, 6, 10 candles. Mainly because they are inside the... I have another call. Give me a second, Mary. I'll be right back.
Yeah, it's fine. Okay.
So, I'm starting my day looking on 4-hour chart, and basically I'm looking for the same thing. What 6 a.m. range will do to our range, basically. And I see that 6 a.m. range closed above 2 a.m. range, meaning I'm targeting this high going into the day. What does it mean? Okay. Well, since we close above, I can expect some sort of retracement to the EQ of the range, or maybe possibly looking on the left, we have this high, which we can refer back to. We do have this order block right here, which we can refer back to. So I will just mark out, my referring points, basically.
Yeah, okay, makes sense.
Then I'm going to 1-hourly chart, just to see the same picture, just with a little more noise, let's say. So I see the same thing, basically. I do have this order block right here. I do have this 1-hourly order block right there. 9 a.m. closing like this, it's supporting my idea that we are going to rebalance the range first, So then, if I have all of this, I'm going to 15-minute chart, and I can see, okay, now, we are in here, basically. We are referring back to the order block on lower time frame. We refer back to the EQ of the previous range. We have basically CRT right here, meaning this candle took liquidity from the previous one and closed back inside the range. So now I'm just going to 1-minute chart to see my entry point, and the entry is right here. Again, 45 candle open low inside the PD array with the correct time and with the correct power of 3. And the 48 candle, since it's souped and closed above 47 candle, this is basically your entry right here. You can put your stop below the previous candle. Since there is SMT, it does not require to be right here. You can just put it right there, and all you can do is just target the range high and just walk away.
Yeah, you make it sound so easy. Yes. And okay. Yeah, I really like the point about the where to refer back to for price, because that's a little more than just liquidity points
Yeah. It is.
or draw liquidity.
I mean, the main thing in the market is the time. Because algorithm is referring back to the time, not to the price itself.
Yeah. Okay.
That's the reason why I told you like 10 a.m. is important, the same way as 2 a.m. or 6 a.m. is important, because we are going to refer back to the opening prices of that candle.
And like, is that like a proofs, or is it like an ICT thing, or is that just?
G told me this. GTR told me this. So.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. You find it to be like true, or?
It's true. You can go back to the chart and just see it. And the important things is that we are going to refer even to the previous day, 10 a.m., 6 a.m., 2 a.m. But this is something that DJ Oral was also talking about. Like, it's not secret.
No.
People tend to forget about it.
Yeah, because okay, it might be like kind of the explanation I've been looking for about the opening prices of the 4-hour candles, because I have been a little like, who decided that this means so much, and why do these opening prices mean so much? Like, I haven't been able to find like the logic in it. Like, why should it mean so much?
Well, it's just about how algorithm moves, Algorithm needs to refer back to the something. And it's time-based, it's not price-based, because price can differ. Time is always the same thing. Times will be the same for, time is the same all day, all week, all month. Yeah. It's the same thing.
Yeah, that makes sense. And I think I heard Punk say that also.
Yeah.
Okay, and is the 4-hour opening prices more important than other opening prices?
The higher the time frame, the higher importance it has.
Okay, makes sense. Yes.
And we are referring back to 2, 6, 10 a.m. For our ranges or candles, mainly because it includes New York AM range.
Yeah. Yes. Okay, makes sense. Okay.
And also, like, the creation of the swing points, it's also not random.
Not random.
Yeah, it's not random, because if you are, take a look on, I'll make it a little bigger, let's say 20 of you. If you're going to take a look on 2 a.m. range, in terms of 4-hour candle, then we're going to take a look on 6 a.m. range and 10 a.m. range. In theory, we can also include 2 p.m. range. I will just put 14 because it's for us. What's the midpoint of these ranges?
The midpoint, that's 8 a.m.
Yeah, like the first, like between 2 and 6, it's going to be 4. Between 6 and 10, it's going to be 8. And between 2 p.m., it will be 12. In these times, there will be swing points created.
Okay.
Swing points are also not random. It's in half. It's in half of 4-hour candle creation that the swing point will be created, and since it's also fractalized, it's also not random that 10:30 is SMR time. It's not random that 11:30 is SMR time. It's half of the hourly candle creation.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, so then if you know like 12 will be the swing point, what's 12 a.m. is doing? Well, it's going to rebalance. Oh, I did not reach. I'll use the whole range. Since I know 12 close inside the previous candle range, I can then expect 1 p.m. to expand higher to take the 12 high, basically.
Yeah, okay, makes sense. Interesting way to think about it, definitely.
Yeah, you for sure need to, train your eye for it, but yeah.
Yeah, I will definitely study, yes.
Okay, so then the next thing, should I incorporate one more model for coming week? Yeah, in terms of incorporating more models, I would only incorporate more models that are sort of same as your main model right now. So you won't have confusion in that. For me, I'm trading turtle soup CISDs, but my second model is turtle soup order blocks, which in some sort of way is, the same thing. So just don't try to bring something that is totally different, because it will just make you unable to enter a trade at all.
Definitely. But could you show me an example of an entry you made Friday?
I think I took this candle 48 right here. 48 or opening of 49. I know I took some short in here, not sure which candle, I will need to check it. But then I took the long right here, and I basically just took it off once, I think 10 a.m. went here, or once we took this high, not sure.
So your entry was as soon as the TS candle closed, or?
This candle closure, or the previous one. Meaning this was my bullish order block, the 49 candle referred back to that order block. And started spending higher, that was my entry. It might stop being this low.
Okay, and where was your entry again? At the second, or the second candle, or at the closure?
Why it was at the closure?
Closure of that one, okay.
Yeah, because this closure gave me the confidence into the trade. This closure, souping the previous range, putting SMT at the low, also closing above this one, is creating bullish order block. In next candle, referring back into it, confirming it, and expect higher, it gives you the confidence that this should be the low. And now, since, all the things that we went over before, like this should be the target, but I had some things other to do, so I just took it, low-hanging fruit, and I was done for the day.
And then you also had the range to the left in mind?
This one?
No, the other one, the up. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Okay, and then what would be an example of the one you said, TSOB?
Well, this is basically total sub order block creation.
Yeah, okay, yeah, it is, yeah,
Because
true. Yeah.
you have your CISD up here,
Yeah, true.
but the order block is created down there.
Okay.
So again, it's sort of same thing, it's just small differences.
Yeah, I get it. And when then do you choose to wait for the CISD entry?
So which things talks to me more,
Yeah.
Like I don't have now I will just take this. It's like, does it speak to me? Yes. If yes, I will take it. If this candle would not close above this 47 candle, I would just wait for something better.
And how did the 15-minute time frame look like right there when you entered?
Like this. This candle low is basically this 33 candle. So when I was entering the trade, it looked like this.
Okay, so you enter in the wick creation.
Yeah. Well, I'm entering usually at the wick creation of the higher time frame, meaning wick of the 50-minute chart, wick of the hourly chart,
Yeah, okay.
And again, it comes down to, the opening price of this candle, how candle is created. Well, we opened, we went lower, and once we created our order block, meaning we start to change delivery of the price, then I'm entering, and it happens to be inside the lower part of the wick, which is usually is in the lower part of the wick.
Yeah. I remember you talked about in a video I saw a model I think you also had from G, like did you call it maybe launch pad?
Yeah, that's one of G models, yeah.
But then you wait for flip of the candle that took liquidity.
This was it basically. This is his launchpad model.
Okay. Yeah, okay, because it's flipped and closed above.
Yeah. The same goes for here, 950. Basically 914 to liquidity. The next candle below it, it's create the order block, bearish order block. 16 candle refer back to it, and then it starts just, going lower, lower, lower. And I mean, in here, like, there are multiple entries just in this fractal for longs. I mean, if you miss this one, once this IFUG is closed by 49 candle, you can enter, because IFUG equals CISD. I don't know if you remember the post that I made in Pitbul.
I remember the post, yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure if I understood it completely.
Yeah, most people don't. Basically, IFUG tells you that order flow arc is changing, basically.
Yeah.
Meaning, you can enter a little sooner than most people would, because most people are waiting for this candle closure. So again, like, you could enter down here because of the order block, you could enter right here because of the IFUG, you could enter right here once we pass the CISD level, or you could enter even here. Why? Again, the same logic, basically. I know that this candle was not manipulated yet, meaning we are going lower, but we are going lower slowly, meaning I can expect EQ of the range to be created, hit.
Yeah, and that would actually be the rules I have right now at entry.
Yeah, and so then, like, what's inside the EQ? Well, inside the EQ is IFUG, but it's also this fair value gap. What does it then mean? Well, I want to see the candle go past this 50 candle low wick. Why? Because there is liquidity below it. This candle is not enough. Like, first of all, it just created equal lows, but it also, what it did, it closed below the previous candle, meaning this low needs to get manipulated for me to enter a long. The same thing, close inside. Still, this low needs to be taken right here.
Yeah, it suits.
Yeah, this meets all my requirements for entry. I can enter. I can put basically my stop below the candle wick, below the IFUG, below the FUG. Like, there is multiple places where you can place your stop loss. And then what's the TP? Well, even if I'm wrong on hard time frame order flow, this high should be taken.
Yeah, so that's the low hanging, yes.
Yeah, that's low hanging fruit, and then you can put your runner basically right here at this high.
Yeah, that's actually another thing I've been wondering, like, how many, like, entry models is there in, like, the framework of DJ or the community, like the TS entries, because that's like the ones you mentioned and the one I try to do, the discount retracement, and I've just been having a little trouble actually getting an overview of how many different models are there.
I mean, numerous, I would say. I mean, most people in here are just trading total soup CISD. Some guys are trading just soups alone. For example, Rose, he's trading the internal soups with hard time from order flow.
Yeah.
And then, like, it's few guys are trading order blocks, but again, it's mostly the same thing as we are doing, or as I told you right here. But I know, like, most people would not take this because they don't understand it. Most people will just wait for the CISD closure and then the retest of it. They will wait for this, let's say, for this soup.
Yeah, so that would be, yes. But I don't know if it's only DJ who does that, but he also, not that I would want to do that, but he also sometimes tries to catch, like, the really origin of move turtle soup, right?
Yeah, but again, it comes to his, his other model.
Yeah, definitely. Okay. Okay, so in reality, there's maybe kind of 3 different models, like the TS CSID, but sometimes TS with OB, and then the internal soup, and then the retracement. that
Yeah.
correct?
Yeah, but again, like these things are, just things that spoke to me most. I mean, there is multiple ways you can enter your trade.
Yeah,
It's mainly about what speaks to you the most. What do you
Yeah.
see most?
definitely. And how did you find yours that speaks to you? Like, did it just, I don't know.
How did I found it? Like,
Yeah, yeah, like,
I mean, repetition. I just, I was repeating the same thing until it becomes like natural to me.
yeah,
Because from first
How long?
you will not understand, or you will not have that sort of I can sometimes remember the English words for that. But yeah, confidence. It will build the confidence with time, for that model. Like even for me, like seeing this, like numerous times, thousands of times, in my journal, in my trading, in the live market, I build a conviction behind it. Meaning, if I know higher time frame draw is higher, this should be the low. That candle alone should be the low, and we should not come back into here until we'll take this high.
yeah,
And I mean, after we take this high, meaning my main draw liquid is taken, I'm just closing the chart because what's the point? Like the next range needs to be created, the next story needs to be told for me to trade take another trade. So for me, once this high is taken, I'm just looking my accounts and I'm done for a day. And sometimes even before, like what I'm doing now, basically once since I'm trading with Lucid right now, they have max payout capacity per week,
okay, yeah,
So now I have 50k account with them. So since I'm 2k above, I will just take $150, for the account and just done for a day.
yeah. And how long have you been settled on this model? Like,
I mean, I'm trading this model for more than a year now, year and a half maybe. I don't know.
okay, so you stuck with the model for a year. That's
Yeah.
yeah, really good. Oh,
I mean, you need to stick with it, to build a conviction. Because first you will just go, on a chart and you will try to spot it yourself. That's the first part. Then you will start to notice it in the market, and then you will start taking it in the live market. And all of that is necessary for you to build a conviction. And also what I was teaching the rows. Anywhere, you will go anywhere to the chart, you will just click here and you will just try to understand why this move happened. Don't even do what I was doing for you guys, like the candle by candle backtesting. You don't need it for now. You need to understand why the moves are happening, and for that you need the whole picture. Meaning, why did we rebalance here? What happened before we started rebalance? Why did we stop here? This is not the best because it's London, and sometimes London is, have volatile gaps and shit, but like here, why this high was not souped again? So I will go to ES to see, if not ES, YM, if I will go to higher time frame to spot like, anything that will make more sense to me.
do you by any chance remember a losing entry you did that you could show me? And
Not on 1 minute chart. Again, like, I incorporate in the DJ model. So it would be hard right now for me to show you.
okay, fine. Okay, yes, I understand.
But most of my losses are going to be from I'm not gonna losses, but I tend to direct my stop loss, how the market goes. If I'm up like good amount, I will just trail my stop loss, and that will eventually stop me. I'm not at the point where I will just enter here, put my stop down there, and just walk away. I could be, but again, like for me, I will much rather just take my 50 points, let's say, and leave 70 on the table than exiting with nothing in the day.
Yeah. Okay. But you still make entries that fail, or
Yeah, sure.
okay.
I mean, you will never have like 100% success, in your entries or in your trades at all. It's not possible. I mean, my overall win rate in terms of trades, it's around, it's higher 60s, maybe 70s, but even for April I had at average 54% win rate, I believe.
Okay, and when you make an entry that fail, is it because market did something that's like out of the pattern, or is it because you?
Well, really, I mean, sometimes I'll just miss something, that happened. Sometimes I know like it's not a plus setup. I'll just put less risk on it. I will just enter it, let's say 3 micros into the trade just to see if I'm correct or not. I mean, it's not the best thing that I can do. It's just the thing that I'm doing, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Even like my thing, like I'm heavily like I'm trading New York Open, which I would say to all of you, just stay away from it, because market open, if you don't know what you are doing, you will just get blasted into it. You will just get burned. The best thing that you can you can do is just wait for next 15 minutes to close, next 15 minutes to open, basically.
Yeah.
So for most of you, I would just say, just don't even watch the chart from 9:30 to 45. Just delete this from from your trading.
I actually, that's what I'm doing right now. Most times, I'm at least for the first 5-10 minutes, I'm never trading.
And you shouldn't, because every trade that you will take in the 9:30 period, it's just short-term trade. It's just for a minute to maybe 3 minutes, and you need to use it, because if that time is going to create a Judas swing, what that Judas will deliver, you will get a lot from it, but then it will reverse on you.
Yeah. Okay. Makes sense. Okay.
And to be honest, like the first week of April, I was just trading the 9:30 period. Like the first week of April, 5 days, I was just, entering from 9:28 to 9:35, let's say.
Okay.
So my longest trade was 2 minutes. 1 minute 58 seconds, basically.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
So again, it comes to like, I will just take my 20 to 50 points in a day and I'm done. And continue with my day, because I'm not, for example, like DJ, that I can sit in front of the chart all day and just trade it. I mean, I could be doing that, but again, if I would go from green to the red because I was not able to just, step away, I would be more angry with myself.
Definitely. Yeah. Definitely. Yeah.
Yeah. So again, it comes down to being just okay, with your 20 to 50 points, because you don't need more. Once you have more accounts that you are copying, I mean, you are making really good money with it. Even with 150k, even 150k account can basically cover all your necessities. It can you can switch 150k account for your 9 to 5 job, basically. If you know what I think.
I completely believe that, and I totally agree with you that it's not about millions. It's just about, for me, it's like I really enjoy the work mode of it, and it would be great if I could make just a small amount of money.
100%.
And
there's the problem that most guys, even in DJ community, has. They are comparing themselves to DJ, to me, to Eric, to Punk. And they're trying to catch like thousands of the dollars every day. You don't need it, because they will not able to do that every day. They will just go, like what Eric is saying, to them, just go to MNQs, trade 3 to 5 MNQs per account, and just take, even $200. Like at Friday, or not Friday, I don't know which day it was, but I took just like $240. But again, like in month of April, I cover like the next 5 months of my expenses just in single month, because I was able to leave with my $200.
Yeah. I mean, I would totally also do that. Amazing. Okay, so Pitbull, I was thinking, could we try to find a setup that's A plus according to the rules I'm using right now? Because, the entries I took was obviously not.
So again, what are your rules? Total soup.
Yeah, so it's okay, I'm gonna say the way I defined it, and it might not be. It's like CISD first, And then whenever a range comes after that, then it's a retracement to discount of a range after the CISD, and then turtle soup at in this like discount tab and turtle soup, and then entry on the close of that candle.
Yeah, so basically this would be your A plus setup right here. Would we just went
Yeah.
over?
Yeah, except that the CISD was not. It was made. Yeah,
It was made right
but
here.
yes, but I've actually been trying to like don't do it when it digs down to the CISD. It has to be after, like higher or lower than the CISD. So it has to be on a later range. So it would be so the entry we have here, that would be below the CISD.
But why do you have such a rule?
I don't know. I just figured that it was better to do it after the CISD. I think because DJ said that he doesn't like when price digs too far.
Yeah, that's
beyond,
true. Again, it depends what. Yeah, it depends what happened before, and if EQ of the range is aligned, even below CISD point, doesn't matter, because what matter is EQ of the range. Does not matter that it was CISD created.
Okay.
Price will refer back to the range, and the CISD means nothing for it. The EQ is important.
Okay. Okay, that makes sense. Okay.
I mean, even here, like, you have multiple entries in here. Like, this is the range low, this is the range high. We push back inside the EQ. To be honest with you, I would like to see this low to be swept again. I don't like a huge wick in here. But then again, with this candle closing above this internal range, I would enter and just put my stop at the 1027 candle low. It's possible. I know ES did not create SMT because I was checking it before. Maybe YM did. You know what? I'll just do right here. YM. Maybe R 1030 in here. No, not even there. There is another SMT right here though. So yeah. Even this would be, A plus setup for you, I would say. If you are still expecting though that we are going higher, right? You first need to have a time frame that draw liquidity. Without a time frame draw liquidity, you should not even enter a trade.
Oh. And for there, you would say entry on the small wick?
Yeah, give me a second. Right? Sorry for that. I'm back again.
Oh, really? No stress at all. Sorry, you would say entry at the closure of the TS or that candle?
Of 1028 because it closed above the bodies of the previous retracement move. I mean, since we closed above these two candles, it's creating another CISD order block. I don't care how you call it, It just gives you the more confirmation of, okay, like, this should be the low now. Since we are closing above, this order block should hold. Meaning this candle is referring back into it. And the next candle is, expanding away. Meaning it just gives you more confirmation, even that move alone.
And even though there's that large wick, because it's actually the exact spot where I went short.
I know, you went short this candle.
Yeah, exactly. And one of the confluences was it will probably come back for that large wick.
Yeah, I mean, I would like to see that, but again, it comes back to like where, if there's any SMT, for example, and I mean, since we took this candle range high, the only purpose of that move then is taking this range low. That's the only purpose that the move has. Meaning once we soup the low and it closes back inside the range, then you need to be aware of this high to be taken again. And since this candle close above it, like this candle is telling you that we are going for this high.
Yeah.
And then
So that's no, sorry.
no, like it would, this candle closing above the range, creating FEG. Like it's also not random that we just refer back to this FEG and we not come back below, because here is the balanced price range. Price went down, price went up. It closed above the range, meaning the next rebalance move just need to retap or refer back to the previous range high. Meaning this candle is referring back, is also referring back to the FEG right here, and then expanding higher away from the imbalance.
So it's actually a good point you made before about what was the objective of the small TS where I went. It was just to go, but how do you know that? What's like subject of or how do you anticipate?
It's not even about anticipation. You just need to wait to see it.
Yeah.
Like if you are going back here, let's say, or we can go in here. I'll just delete all the lines, so we'll just have clean chart. So now, looking at the range, again, we are at EQ of the previous range, 10 AM is holding us down. In terms of this inner price, we do have this bearish order block, soup, push lower, another soup. So now if you want to go if you want to be really zoomed in, this is our range right now, meaning we are referring back to the EQ OT of the bearish range. The next candle will either deliver. Okay, next candle, soup the high again. So now, since we are souping the high of this candle, in theory, like we should. What's the range? No. Yeah, in theory, like this is your range. Range high, range low. So now, since we are taking the range high, we are going to refer back to the range low of it. This candle took the range low, close back inside. Meaning now if I want to go lower, I need to see this candle high to be taken. Slash souped again. Next candle is closing above the range, expanding higher. It's closing above the bodies. Meaning again, like we have soup, bullish order block. This candle is referring back to it. So, you can enter after this candle, you can enter after this candle, or you can just wait for the expansion move away from it. Again, like this, I never like entering here in expansion moves because I like to be placed in the trade before.
Yeah.
You can put your stop below the order block and blowing through this high.
And the argument, I know we covered it before, but just to get it really into my mind for not entering the short that I did, that was because we were at EQ of the range, of the larger range.
Yeah. Where did you enter it was basically the best spot for longs and for shorts.
Yeah.
And also, higher time frame was telling you that we are going higher.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So it's actually, even though it's a go entry according to rules, when it's also a good spot for longs entry to print, that shouldn't be.
Yeah, you're sort of anticipating that moves can occur in here. Moves for long. Why? Because we are at EQ the previous range. Again, time-wise, we are going back to the 10 AM. And also, we do have high time frame order block aligned in here. It's all aligned in one sort of thing. If you just show me, let's say, this picture right here, I'll tell you like, yeah, that's spot on entry basically. Wait, you entered here. Like that's spot on entry. If you're looking only on this, but if you will just exit this small window, it doesn't make much sense anymore.
Oh. Yeah, and this is such an important point for me because I've been like in the in trying to like narrow focus in. I'm not. I've also like not seeing the bigger picture. That, very important.
Again, we need to be more zoomed out. You know, we are always too zoomed in. We are on 1 minute chart most of the time, or most guys are on 1 minute chart only. Which again, I know why, because you know DJ's teaching that. But again, DJ sees all of this on a 1 minute chart, and for that, you know, most guys won't be able to do that. To be honest with you. And it's also just quicker to see higher time frame. You know, actually higher time frame, not a 1 minute chart for most guys. I mean, you know, there will be guys like DJ, which they only need 1 minute. I mean, I can only trade 1 minute. But then again, I have more conviction if I see higher time frame order flow and higher time frame candles aligned.
And you don't use anything between 1 minute and 15 minutes?
No, 1 minute and 50. I mean, sometimes if we have really bad chop, I will use 3 minute chart. Because 3 minute will clear things out a bit. I mean,
Okay.
maybe in here we can try this example. If I go to 3 minute chart, I mean, it still looks terrible. But again, I use 1 minute chart. 3 minute charts is only if you have like really long chop, and I don't necessarily want to get chopped out. I'll just use 3 minute chart to see bigger ranges. But I'm not using 5 minute at all. Basically, it's just if I'm speaking to somebody that is referring back to 5 minute, I'll just check it out. But the main thing is for me, you know, 4 hourly chart, 1 hourly chart, 15 minute chart, and 1 minute chart. That's my main thing.
Yeah.
Sometimes I will use daily and weekly, but weekly only at Monday open. So, you know, the same thing will apply. Like, since this weekly high or weekly range close above the previous one, I expect this range high to be targeted for next week.
Yeah. Okay. And like Pitbull, among all the people you talk to in these teaching situations, what are like the main mistakes or faults you see, like in general?
I mean, people lack the patience. They are like trigger happy, you know. They want to be in a trade too early, you know.
Yeah.
Over trading, over leveraging, the basic mistakes basically. But you know, basic mistakes. But even I'm doing those mistakes, you know.
Yeah. Okay. So that's primarily psychologically.
Yeah, I mean, you can grasp the technical side of trading pretty easily in 4 months, I would say 5 months, if you have the good mentor, you know, if you put the work in. And then I would say it's mostly like the risk management and the psychology side of things.
Yeah. Okay. And you don't see people making like common or general like technical mistakes or things they fail to see in the analysis, or
In which way? Like for example, they don't see the higher time frame draw. Like, what do you think?
yeah, maybe I was just thinking if you saw a general pattern in what people don't do on the technical side.
I'm trying to think about something you know, like that. But again, I'm not sure about like some example. I'm sure like there was somebody like that, you know, or some example that I went over with them, but
Yeah, no, it's fine. It's probably also a difficult question. It's so puzzling that, you know, I mean, the rules are quite simple, right? Or as you say, you can learn the technical side pretty fast if you have a good mentor. And why so many people struggle, and I was just thinking if it was difficult to nail something on the technical side, or, I don't know.
well, you know, most time than not, people won't let their ego go, you know, and the ego will hold them back.
And what is it in the ego when you say, I hear you
Well,
say
even for, you know, like I joined DJ when a few guys in here they were with DJ like for a year or two before I joined DJ. And for some guys it can be hard to learn from me because I spent with DJ shorter time that they did, you know, and it's hard for them to learn from somebody like that. And I mean, I got it, you know, and it's not an easy job to let your ego, but it's just one example, you know, that I will give you.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
And also, you know, like we as traders, we sometimes will get rewarded also for our mistakes. Meaning, you know, you can enter anywhere, you can be technically brutally wrong, you can over leverage, over trade it, and you can still make money. It just on a long time frame you will be losing. And it was also for me, you know, like when I was starting, I was over leveraging and over trading, and I got hit for that, you know. So I remembered the pattern, like, okay, like I can over leverage and I can over trade and I can still make money. Again, in long term, it doesn't work like that at all.
What do you think about, you know, me being, I mean, I don't blow accounts, but I don't pass accounts. Like I'm so break even. Do you think if I can afford it, like with my own money, do you think it would be a good thing for me to have a period where I'm a little more, maybe a little more, I don't know, trigger happy, leverage happy,
No,
or
absolutely not.
okay.
It will just cost you more money. In that same way, it will cost you more your mental capacity.
Yeah.
You know, and then you will just see you're losing money, and it will not be good. You know, either for your psychology, for your mindset, it won't be good at all. Meaning, just stick to your rules. Wait for the confirmation. I would say, don't try to anticipate the moves, because so many guys are trying to anticipate the moves, but they don't understand what they even want to anticipate. They don't know where we are in previous range. They don't know where we can refer back to. They don't know if we want to soup the low again or not. If the guys would just trade after 9:45 or 10, even 10 a.m., and they will just wait for confirmation, I mean, you would see a lot more successful traders.
Yeah. Another question about 10 a.m. or like the opening of the 4-hour candles that I've also been struggling with is, like you and DJ often say that like we like all candles have open high, low, close, open, low, but so that would also go for those candles, right? So if it opens low, wouldn't we expect it to trade like we wouldn't do trades under 10 a.m. if it opens low, because we would expect it to go higher, right? Or
I mean, it really depends on like how on 4-hour chart, how the previous candle is closing, and it depends. It's not so easy question to answer, you know, in a short period of time.
Oh, okay.
I'm trying to find a real quick example of that, but I don't think I will find an example in last week, because last week, basically from Monday, we just all went higher.
Yeah. No, I know. I don't want to take any more of your time, Pitbull. I'm just so grateful for you talking to us about all this.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Sure. What were your other questions that you had? How to do continuations entries on a trend day with my model?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, in terms of continuation entries, we can go back to the Friday example. I mean, you will basically be waiting for the same thing, you know. So right here, there's your first A+ setup, right? You have your CISD, retracement, total soup inside the retracement, and that's your entry. In here, you have range low, range high. Basically, once we passed here, I believe it is a propulsion block, which, you know, it's basically an order block created by expansion from another order block. So basically, you will wait for the same thing, right? Range low, range high. You'll wait for turtle soup inside of that EQ of the range. Right here, but again, like if you would be waiting for this candle to get souped, you would not have an entry. So, I mean, for then, you know, you would be entering from another order block creation, meaning, for example, right here, right here, this candle closing, right here. That's all possible entries for you. That does not require any more of this soup. Yeah, so, just do the same thing.
Yeah, and yeah, okay, yes. Okay. Makes sense. Or at least right now it makes sense. Probably not a live session.
Low time frame, high time frame correlation. I mean, we kind of went over it. I don't know if you have any more questions about that.
Oh, it's no. I think I have enough input to work with for now.
Okay. And in general, the difference between A+ setups and not. I mean, you will know if there's A+ setup. If you need to think about it, it's not A+.
No. Okay.
Yeah, if you know to go right here and just be thinking and, thinking about like, is this A+ setup? Is it not A+ setup? It's not A+ setup. You will know if there's A+ setup for you.
Yeah. And the number one entry I did the other day, that was, okay. So why was that not A+? That was...
Enter, I believe, right here at the same time, but I have candle missing in here. There's it's a red move. But again, like where you are in the range, you are in discount of the overall range. You're referring back to the high time from order block. And again, time-wise, it's market open.
Yeah, that was actually a very early trade. Yeah. For me, yeah. Yes.
So again, if you would just show me like this window, I would say like, okay, makes sense. I know why you took it. But if you show me whole picture, it doesn't make sense anymore.
Yeah. I need to zoom out again.
Yeah. Just zoom out.
Okay. Get it? That's all the questions. I don't. Do you have time for one more question, or is it a? Okay. It's just you wrote on Discord the other day. I just noticed like that a level had to get taken or souped before we could go higher. And I tried to go into the chart and find the level, and I couldn't. I don't know. I couldn't find it, or I couldn't see what you meant. So do you remember the comment you wrote, or?
Can you like send me the text that I, or the thing that I said, because.
Okay, but.
Not sure about
No, it's probably. What was it? It was just something like. I think actually two things.
Yeah, good.
Okay. We can't continue higher until we will rebalance the range NQ 211.
Oh, I remember. I know. I also know that we did not, or NQ did not rebalance it. Neither ES did, but YM did rebalance the range. I'm not sure if Kesu, put something like we will continue higher, and I just said like we can't continue higher until we will rebalance the range first. Okay. It's not like important thing or anything. I just know like why rebalance the range, and I think you did not. Just ripped.
But I was more thinking, what was the analysis behind you saying we have to rebalance? Like how do you know that, or
there was a soup at a high or at a low at a higher time frame. I believe there was like 15 minutes souped.
Yeah.
And once we are souping, you can then anticipate the rebalance of the range, right? Because how are the swings point created with the soups? Meaning the candle needs to manipulate the previous candle range high and close back inside, and that exact thing happened. Meaning that was me anticipating the rebalance or the move first. But again, NQ did not rebalance it, YM did, and NQ just pushed lower a little bit and then expanded even higher.
Okay, and how did you determine the 211 level? Like, it's like how do you pick that level?
That was EQ the range at that time.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Okay. That makes sense. Okay. Now I understand.
And I believe it
Okay.
was this range, but I'm not totally sure. Marie. No.
No. The message was 15:57, so just before open.
And which day?
16th. So that's
Yeah, so it was right here.
yeah.
Market open was right there. This had to be swing low, this had to be swing high. Where's the 211? Oh, because I took the higher outlook.
Oh, okay, yeah, okay.
But it could be also... Yeah, because you know what? I was having the EQ from 4 hour range. That's 211.
Okay, okay.
I just took the higher time frame range. But again, like on low time frames, rebalance it. I just wasn't aware of this low, you know, because on a hard time frame, I didn't saw that.
Yeah. No, I was just interested in like what is his analysis process behind
Because again, like this 4 hour candle, 2 a.m. close back inside the range, meaning 6 will go lower or should go lower to rebalance the range. Meaning also 6, you know, close below. I expected 10 to rebalance and then push us even lower. But on lower time frame, we already rebalanced the lower time frame range. Also, like since we are in such bullish market, you know, we will sometimes just go into the internal ranges and not the external ones. Means right here we just rebalanced the internal range and pushed higher again.
Okay, yeah, really interesting to get that explanation. Thank you so much, Pitbull, for...
100%. I mean, I know nothing that DJ would not tell you, you know, or G or Truth. I mean, all the knowledge that I have is from DJ, from Truth, and from G, TR.
Yeah, you've been lucky to run into those persons as well as I've been lucky to run into you and DJ 100%. Who have learned from them. Yeah, definitely. And Pitbull, like when you see, like during this week, when you've seen like my entries in the small group and like I don't know what I've written, and what are your like take on my main challenges or problems or things I can do better? Like just give me the honest.
I told you before, like I think that you should wait for the confirmation of the moves, not necessarily the anticipation of the soup. You know, like thinking like that's the low. I mean, you can do that, but you need to be aware of higher time frame. Because from my understanding, you did not think about higher time frame at all. You were just too zoomed in inside a fractal that you were currently trading. And you did not see the higher picture behind the trade or behind the structure. Which again, try to incorporate that and you should be good.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, for sure. All right, Mari, what we'll do now, I'll just give you a few questions about the small group. If you don't have any more question, of course, about like trading and stuff.
Oh, no, I probably have, but I think it's enough for now for me
Okay.
to, you know, incorporate. And, thank you.
Yeah, for sure. All right, I'll just stop the recording.